Hello. Like Margus said, I'm Marten Kaevats. I'm working for the government office, and I'm responsible for information society and innovation in it. For today's topic, I am also educated as an architect, city planner, and have been working on this fixed linked idea for roughly about 15 years. So I have a background in this particular idea as well. First and foremost, I am really happy that this idea that was has been existing between these two nations for a very long time. Our former president Lennart Meri already in the beginning of the 90s was talking about the fixed link between Helsinki and Finland. And important is to understand still that the Estonians and Finns are the two different branches of a same tree. So we are brothers in a way. And I think the main topic and point is that this is, like Margus says, this is not about infrastructure only, it's about what it enables us to do. And it's about community building between the two countries, which has a lot of interesting cultural aspects, but also as very concrete economical ones. It's about enforcing and building the competitiveness of this region. It's about enabling a bigger economical region which makes it possible to share workforce, labor, share different infrastructure costs. Because, for example, if you would have a very specialized cancer hospital, you don't need to double this. You can make only one hospital between the whole region. What I really like is that as I've been looking at this topic for 15 years, the topic has remained quite stable. The official narrative still is and always has been that we are talking about a tunnel that means basically a 9-diameter tunnel of train one way, a 9-diameter tunnel the other way, and evacuation tunnel in the middle. And basically for 20 years this has been the narrative how we could do it. Of course there have been lots of other suggestions, but this one has been the main. Throughout the last year, the activity in this particular idea and scene has grown. Like Margus mentioned, Hyperloop concept is rising, Peter's idea has come, so there is many other actors, players in this scene. And it's not only a government-to-government project anymore. So from a government point of view, for us, it is really important to enable the new possibilities, to help this become reality while understanding that Estonia is still a very small country and with scarce resources. So it's about opening these possibilities. What I really like about Peter's idea is the future-proofing of it. The idea that it opens up also other possibilities. You are not connected only to the rail thing. You could have other possibilities. Also, what is great is that if currently the Director General of European Transport, DG Move, Hendrik Hololei, an Estonian guy, of course, says that this will never become a reality. Actually, well, I know Hendrik, and I really understand why he said it, because if you are in charge of a massive budget that is so strategical as it is, then he cannot be the guy going on and ranting about making tunnels in their home country. So I understand this, but for that reason, I think it's really important that Peter has come up with this idea. And what I really also like, and what is also strategical for Estonia, is that, like I started in the beginning, it's not about infrastructure. It's about what it enables us to do. And from an economical point of view, it's actually about city building, city planning. It's about real estate. It's about what benefits come from that. And for this, I really do appreciate Peter's enthusiasm to start digging from December. And I will do everything from my angle to make it a reality, but still. But one thing that we are currently doing and planning is to have a city planning feasibility study, basically. I think most of the specialists in this room already know, but those who don't, then on the 7th of February this year, the Tallinn-Helsinki government project will have its feasibility study published. So this will show how much it could cost, how much economical benefits it would come, how much efficiency, how much economical and cultural contacts could be exchanged. During this process, there was also a process of searching for alternative. A small critic would be that the alternatives in this particular feasibility study are not taken too seriously. But and today I would like to kind of share my appreciation that there are ideas like Peter's and Hyperloop that could come to discussion as well. And from a government point of view, we take these as we are taking all of the possible options and to choose the right possible one and not closing down none of those possibilities. What else we are doing in this, we will get the feasibility numbers in February, right? I think it's a week or two after that. The two prime ministers of the two countries, Estonia and Finland, will meet. And one of the main topics of that discussion is this idea of the fixed link and how the two countries could actually do some very concrete actions and to start this process. Of course, while keeping in mind that this is a very, very big and strategical thing. I know that the Finns are way more better in planning than the Estonians are. One of my claims would be that we lack a planning system at all. Because we do have something, but Finns actually are doing it. Once I went to Helsinki and met Gordon Douglas, who works in the city municipality there, or at least did at that time, and we were taking a tour around Helsinki, and Gordon was showing that, hey, in 80 years, Helsinki will start to grow in this particular region. So this particular region was basically a random brownfield that had no possibility whatsoever from the current point of view. But he didn't know that. And he had the plan that, yes, for the next 70 years we will develop different regions, but in 80 years we will take that particular region. In Estonia, we lack this kind of plan. So I'm really pressing for that we should not make the same mistake with this tunnel project as well. Yes, we will have a feasibility study ready in beginning of February, but what we lack is basically a city planning assessment. The assessment how much real estate could be created in different locations, in which Ülemiste definitely is one of the main hotspots. For all the practical reasons that Margus already mentioned, it has and is a transportation hub. For logistical reasons, most of these things are already here, so it would be easy. Then again, from a city planning point of view, it's reasonable that this station should be as in the center as possible. And we will host a big analysis this year, together with, for example, Ülemiste, with all of the different private sector parties, with the Tallinn municipality, with the Minister of Economical Affairs and so on, to actually discuss the different locations options from a city planning point of view. Because Ülemiste has done a great job. This picture is already here. The amount of square meters possible to make here has already been basically planned. But in many other locations, these possibilities have not been mapped. The possible assessment, how much money this could bring into the economy, has not been assessed. I like, Peter will probably tell it again, but I really like this. So his idea is that in every €1 that you put into the underground, you put 10 on top of that. So we should do that in Tallinn as well. We should take this opportunity to actually start building a city in a planned way, not in a tactical way as it has been made throughout the Estonian history. And for that, I think this study of these locations is a critical and strategical thing, and I invite you all to participate. And of course, it's actually, the reason is that we need to start taking city planning seriously. If the main goal is to raise the competitiveness of this region, then it's all about spatial competition. It's about attracting talent. It's about creating new ideas by that talent. It's about keeping all the brains in this region. Usually in the economic and social policy, talent attraction has been made in a way that, hey, you have a competitive business environment, nice, check. You have a good social system, check. You have kindergarten places, check. You have school places, okay. But the actual life quality of a city has never been assessed. But this should always be the topic in this discussion, also in the highest possible political level. And therefore, this research will be made this year. And I'm really happy that this scene, that there is lots of people in this room, and there is not only the usual suspects in this room, but also some new people. So I'm really hoping that this will become a reality. And I will do everything from my part to make it that. So thank you. And good luck, Peter.